I got a local legend in the building.
Man,
Armond, what's happening, big dog?
man, what's going on, Anton?
Chilling, my friend. I wanted to get your perspective because I think that it's a lot of people that's doing some awesome things, not just in the city, but in general. I think that it's just a lot of dope people that need more visibility. I think that you one of them,
Yeah, I appreciate that.
and I think that you awesome. So let me start off by kind of getting your origin story of
Yeah.
what made you open up a gym. What do you do? What's your life like, and what's your perspective in
First,
general?
first, I want to say that I like your name because my whole family's name starts with A's.
Yeah,
Like, my grandma's Amy, my granddad's Arthur. You know what I'm saying? My brother's Arthur, my cousin's Andre, I'm Armand. So I really appreciate your name. If you don't have an A name, I personally think you suck. But outside of that, I even have an A chain on it. You can see. Anyway, no, but origin story, the origin story where I'm from. So I'm from Inkster, man. You ever been to Inkster?
of course.
What you were doing in Inkster?
I mean, come on, man. Everything. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, if you really familiar with what's going on everywhere, you're gonna be in Inkster, you're gonna be in Downriver, you're gonna go up to Ann Arbor,
Yeah,
you're gonna go to
100%, 100%.
Ypsilanti,
Yeah, true.
even
true.
Flint and Davidson and all
Yeah.
that, right? So you kind of be all over.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So-
So Inkster's small, man, 6 square miles. I'm from there. Graduated from Robershaw High School, which is the popular high school from Tyrone Wheatley. One of the all-time leading rushers from University of Michigan,
Yep.
who's now the coach at Wayne State.
Yep.
10-year NFL vet, man. One of the best athletes, best high school athletes of all time.
Yeah.
Was my coach, man. And I've had an interesting perspective because I've had the opportunity to live as a kid from Inkster, where the average household income is like $30,000 a year, and I've been able to, by the grace of God, grow and experience some different things, and I'm still growing, man. So it's been a fun time.
That's pretty awesome. So you opened up a gym in the city, though.
Yeah.
One of the most popular gyms in the city by far.
Probably the most popular one, but if you want to say one of them, no, I'm talking.
Yeah, no, I'm with
joking.
that.
I'm
with
joking.
that.
I'm joking. Edit that out. I'm joking. No. So because I went to Wayne State.
Yeah.
First before I went to Wayne State, I was in Bisdom. So I was in Dan Gilbert's Entrepreneurship Academy back in 2007, 2008, and then I went to Wayne State, played football, pledged Kappa, and I threw banging parties back then.
Yeah.
And so I threw banging parties, and I went on TV. I did a show for NBC Universal, and I thought I was going to do the whole LA TV thing, and I got kicked off the show sooner than I expected. And also the pay on TV is not really as like hype as you think it is. You think like, oh man, I'm about to be good off of this little TV show, and you really don't be that good. But and I came home, I was like, man, where's my influence? And my influence was already built up in fitness because I had a program called Run This Town Detroit.
Okay.
Where we're getting like hundreds of people in shape per workout. It's like a free community program, and so the natural layout was to build a gym. Yeah,
That's a lot of responsibility, though, because the whole entrepreneurship lane.
yeah,
Whether it be the gym, and I want to deep dive into some of your other ventures too. I know that you getting into the restaurant business and stuff like that. Take a lot, man. Dealing with people, contractors, and
Oh man,
employees, and everything like that.
it's called babysitting, is what it's called.
Yep, it is. It is.
It's called babysitting, right?
But you really active. I mean, you participate. I think that you also understand the marketing aspect of it and the branding aspect of it.
Some, I feel like I understand marketing and branding, but it's funny. Gilbert has this thing. He says, innovation is rewarded, but execution is worshipped, right?
Yep.
And
Shout
sometimes,
out to my dog Eric Thomas too.
I mean, shout out to ET, right? Because that's one of Gilbert's isms, right? He has these
Yeah, you
ism
got the
things, and
isms. Yep, I'm familiar with
ET
him.
says that as well, and that execution sometimes you're far away from the execution and the innovation. You have the idea and you piece it together, and I feel like this majority of my career I've done this, right? I've pieced it together, but it doesn't always come together how I want it to. Because people always meet me in time to say, man, you should have like 100,000 followers. You should have 200,000 followers. And I think that now with the algorithms and everything on social media, Instagram and Facebook, I think now you have to have the execution down pack. Even if your marketing is dope, it's still not gonna work and grow like you want it to, unless you have the execution and the plan down pat.
Yeah, I don't think that I think that the way that things are set up now, the way that I've built it is a little bit different simply because
Wait, how big is your? Are you big on YouTube and?
Yeah,
Huh.
I mean, on YouTube, I would say as of the recording of this, between the multiple different channels, probably somewhere in the 450,000 range or something like that.
Nice, nice.
But the thing about it is, the one thing I was more concerned with is building a core audience and not necessarily fair weather fans, right? So everybody
Right,
that
yeah.
rock with me, they rock with me.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? But then it's a lot of people that have a lot of followers, but it doesn't necessarily translate, into. I remember when I had first opened my first restaurant, way out. This was years ago. And the opening, it was just like, it was crazy. The lines was wrapped around the building.
Oh wow.
Because
Where
I
was
was
that?
able
Was
to.
it in Detroit?
No,
or-
it was in Waterford, Michigan. But I was
Okay,
able
okay.
to leverage, the visibility of the social media platforms
Yeah.
and the following that I had built, to create that vibe, that environment, and stuff like that. And so it was pretty awesome. But I think that what you have, right, based off of what I've seen, is that I think that you do have that core audience and followers. So I don't necessarily think that it's just having a lot of followers. I think that it's also being able to translate that into real actions, because if you can't convert the people into doing anything, then what's the point of having the numbers? You
No,
know what I'm saying?
100%, 100%. And what's funny, I love you say that you say that, Tom, because I've always think to myself, I'm a lot more popular in real life. I feel like,
Yeah,
And when I
yeah.
say popular, I use that word as a cheap word, but like I'm a lot more. I have a lot more friends who hands I actually shake than social media will show.
Yeah.
Sometimes I am. In today's era, I feel like I'm underperforming because my social media platform is, I think on Instagram I have like around 18,000 followers. And I feel like, if you don't have, 100,000 followers, whatever, I feel like there's ability to be able to, here I am talking about followers and Anna Robb walks in.
What up, Anna?
And the reason why my followers don't grow is because Anna Robb has not helped me enough. That's the reason why. All right, this is the Blast Anna Robb podcast now.
Yeah. What's up, baby girl?
But it's tough though, and people like Anna who are great at the execution of social media. And what you've done, I think the level of consistency, I think is easier said than done.
Yeah.
And so you should be commended for that consistency, because it's tough. And sometimes I have that problem. Like I don't know who I'm talking to exactly. Right? I say things and someone the people who respond to it are not people I even expect it.
Yeah.
The people who are motivated or inspired or care about that particular topic, are people who I didn't expect to care.
Yeah.
And so it's just interesting. And then, you have, of course, the walking on eggshells sometimes, because you never want to be too, you never want to say the wrong thing.
Yeah. Well, I do. I don't mind. I say the wrong thing all the time. They reward me for it though, so I'm cool.
Right,
with it.
that's awesome. So you have a nice beard. See, if you don't really have a full beard, you can't really talk. Like you can't say what you. I mean, people don't really respect. If I had a little more facial hair, then I would be able to say the same thing.